Hey everyone, Brobuscus here, and welcome back to another Let's Watch of Death Battle. Today's episode, we got a very special one indeed. I am so excited for this one. We got Bowser from Mario versus Dr. Eggman from Sonic. Now, before we get into it, of course, there should be a link in the description below. Go watch the actual episode yourself. Go support the official release before watching some random guy on YouTube and his friend react to it. Since they're going independent now, they might need all the support they can get now more than ever, okay? Got it? Cool. So yeah, as I just kind of implied, I got a friend with me today. This is kind of why, if you've been around me on Discord and whatnot, I've kind of made like an implication that I've had to wait to watch this episode. This guy is the reason why. So, Mr. Storm, do you want to say hello?
Hi. Привет, I guess.
All right. See, I had to wait a little bit for this guy to show up, but it's worth it because we've been talking about watching this for the last, what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah, something like that. 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've been looking at my OBS camera as if you are over there, as if I'm looking right at you, but I'm not. Okay.
No, you are not.
Although I guess from the video perspective, you are to my left, so I guess I am looking in the right direction. All right, never mind. Anyways, so Bowser versus Eggman. Holy shit. When this fight was announced via the Kickstarter, I think it kind of goes without saying that this was the matchup I was excited for the most. And I know my good friend here is a big fan of these franchises too. So I thought,
Yup.
you know what the hell? We haven't done something like this in a while. I mean, the last time we did this was technically Dark Souls versus Skyrim, but that was more so just like I'm watching it and you're just in the background.
Yeah, when was that exactly? The Dark Souls versus Skyrim fight.
What do you mean? What do you?
When did we do that?
Oh, that was last year. That was like June last year.
June of last year. Holy cow.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of shit has happened since then, my friend. A whole season had passed. We had a whole company shut down. And now they're independent. So a lot has changed since we did that video.
Yeah.
Say
that.
But okay, but for Bowser versus Eggman specifically. So why don't you let everybody know just briefly what your experience is with both Mario and Sonic.
Ooh, gosh, I think I want to say I got more into Sonic as a teenager, but, you know, Mario was a lot younger, because, you know, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I guess, of course, I've been kind of a fan of these since, gosh knows when, you know, probably, like I said, since I was a teenager, since I could actually, you know, begin to buy these games for myself, and have been doing so. In fact, I actually just bought 3 Sonic games, actually, recently.
Oh, nice.
Actually. Yeah, funny coincidence, I know. I was just like, you know what, I gotta do it at some point, because, you know, you just can't have a Genesis without Sonic, for Pete's sakes, but...
It's a Sega console, and Sonic's kind of Sega's baby, so...
Yeah.
It's so funny that Sega has, like, this is a side note, but Sega has, like, so many properties that are, like, still considered pretty popular. Like, they own Persona, they own Yakuza, but, like, nobody knows them for those. They know them for Sonic. And no matter what, Sonic will always kind of just be there, whether that's a good thing or not, depending on the game.
Right.
But real quick, I'm curious, because I actually don't know. What was the first game for both that you played? Do you remember?
Excuse me. The first game I played for both. Gosh.
Like, what was your first Mario game? Let's start with that. What was your first Mario game? Do you remember?
Admittedly, I want to say the first one for the NES. That's just a complete speculation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because obviously
Sonic...
you're obviously probably not gonna like remember completely. You probably played it when you were a toddler.
Yup.
So yeah. But for Sonic, what was your first Sonic game?
First Sonic game, gosh, I do not remember that one specifically. Actually, no, I take that back. I want to say the first one was actually Heroes, to be honest.
You know what's funny? I think that was mine too. I said that I did a review of the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes. By the way, don't play the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard how bad it was. Thank you, so call me Johnny, for that one.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, stick with if you have the option, stick with the GameCube version.
Yeah, if I can help that, yeah.
So yeah, but I did a review of the PS2 version like quite a few years ago, and I made the comment that as far as I remember, that was the first Sonic Heroes was the first Sonic game I ever played, and now I'm a huge Sonic fan. So like, yeah, first Mario game was probably as far back as I can remember, since I'm still like a youngin. First Mario game that I remember playing was like I think I would like heard of Mario for like pretty much all my life, because who hasn't heard of Mario? But like,
right.
but I think the first one I ever like sat down and actually played was probably Mario Galaxy, which is a 2007 game, which should probably tell you how young I am, how much of a late gamer I am.
Right.
It was that, and then it was Mario Kart Wii.
Oh yeah, and I remember borrowing that from you like constantly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, both Mario Kart Wii and Galaxy.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah, Mario Kart Wii was the shit as a kid.
Yes.
I mean, Galaxy was too. Galaxy is fantastic, but
Yes.
And then yeah, okay. Now what are your favorite games? What's your favorite Mario game? What's your favorite Sonic game? I'll tell you mine right now. My favorite Sonic game, easy, Sonic Frontiers. I don't know if you've played it, but holy shit.
I have not. I've been meaning to.
Well, it's Sonic Frontiers, and then the recent Shadow Generations also gets up there. That's so good.
Gosh.
It's kind of funny that Shadow has like probably both the best and one of the worst games in the franchise. Talk about a glow up. And then for Mario, again, like for the main games, I'd probably say Galaxy. In general, I have a huge nostalgia bias for Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Like I played that game a shit ton as a kid.
Right.
I still have my old copy, I'm pretty sure.
Of Galaxy?
No, of Bowser's Inside Story.
Sorry, right. Oh gosh.
No, my old copy of Galaxy is long gone. Although I do have a new one now thanks to 3D All Stars.
Oh yeah, same here. That's how I was actually able to beat it a few months ago, I want to say. It took me that long because, of course, I've never got it for the Wii, officially. And then, of course, then I got the Switch, and then, of course, I saw that in Best Buy, and I was like, OMG, yes, I have to grab that.
It's like, this is my moment.
Yes!
Alright, so what about you? What favorite Mario game? Go.
Favorite Mario game? Oh gosh, that probably would have to be either Galaxy or Bowser's Inside Story. Or of course Mario Kart 8, that's great too.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8's good too.
Yes, it's good. Favorite Sonic game? Ooh. I probably want to say first thought that immediately came to mind was Generations.
Oh yeah, Generations is great.
Yeah, Generations was great. Yeah, I'm lost for words. I'm sorry.
Yeah. that's fine. The recent remaster is pretty good too. It does a lot of rewrites, but I know people have their issues with the rewrites, but the game itself is still pretty much the same.
Right.
But all right. Well, so I know you haven't been like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm pretty sure you haven't been like super involved in the like figuring out who wins this fight.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you have a preference? Like, who do you like more? Who do you want to win this?
I have not thought of that, to be honest.
Because you know what's funny for me is that even though I've said it before, I've said this on the podcast that came out yesterday as we're recording this. I actually prefer, like, even though I am a Sonic fan, I am more of a Sonic fan than I am a Mario fan. I actually like Bowser more. And yet, despite that, I still want Eggman to win this because, in the general like circles that I've been a part of, that have been like talking about, hey, who wins this fight? By the way, a lot more often than not, you're gonna see people saying Bowser. And I think for me as a Sonic fan, even though I like Bowser more, I think Eggman kind of stealing getting like an underdog victory sounds like super cool. So, so
that does sound like an interesting.
Yeah.
Thing.
So I guess I mean this is gonna be very different from how I do normal reactions. I mean, go figure. I have a friend with me, but
Duh.
I think I'm gonna wait to cast my vote. I usually do like who do I want to win and who do I think is gonna win before I go into the episode. And then once we get through the analyses, I'll they'll say like, all right, the commands are set. It's time for a death battle, and then I'll pause so we can like get our thoughts together. And figure out who wins as we get into the fight itself. I'm still gonna do that, but for the sake of like this video, since like explaining my thoughts going into the episode is gonna take way too long because this fight is complex as hell.
I can imagine.
I'll also, so I'm gonna like not cast a like a prediction vote. I'm just gonna say I want Eggman to win and move on from there. All I will say going into it for your sake is you might have noticed, because I've sent you a bunch of previews and whatnot, that this is more than just Bowser versus Eggman. This is their
whole armies.
This is their whole armies, and they are getting quite possibly everything.
Throwing
Whether
the kitchen sink at each other, okay.
Yeah, whether it be like the only thing that is like explicitly off the table is like characters that they have formed like temporary alliances with, or like characters that would like probably never work for them ever again. Like Bowser's not getting. There's like Intasma from Super Mario RPG. Eggman's not getting like Omega, even though Omega is Eggman's creation. Omega would never work with Eggman ever again.
Nope. Heroes, but yeah.
Yeah. But aside from that, like they're getting pretty much everything, even if they used it only once. So like Bowser's getting like probably getting a bunch of power-ups. I'm trying to think. There's some mechs at play as well. His airship is probably going to be there. His air fleet. Super forms. Like, yeah, he's bringing the kids. Bowser Jr. is getting a lot of. Bowser Jr. got a lot of spotlight during the promotion for this fight.
Right, understandable.
Yeah, like the main things that got promotion. I mean, obviously this isn't everything, but the main things that got like promos during the wait for this. Bowser got Kamek and Bowser Jr. Eggman got Metal Sonic and Sage. Now, since I say that as if you know who that is, since you haven't played Frontiers. Sage is from Sonic Frontiers.
Nope. Okay.
And I'm sure they'll explain it going into it, but to make a long story short, Sage is basically Eggman's like AI daughter. like.
Oh yeah, I think I do recall seeing that. I want to say either a friend showed me or I was looking at a playthrough or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So that's her. So yeah, and then like Bowser has a few like transformations. There's like Dry Bowser, Giant Bowser,
Giga Bowser.
Well, Giga Bowser's from Smash Brothers, so I don't think that's gonna be.
Oh,
I don't think that's gonna be here.
Oh.
I think the big ones were there's Fury Bowser from Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I think that one got a little bit of promo during the preview. And then there's Dreamy Bowser from Mario and Luigi Dream Team. For Eggman, there's like I mentioned Metal Sonic and Sage. Infinite from Sonic Forces might be there. I don't know. People don't like him, so maybe he won't be there. I imagine it'd be kind of funny to see like Orbot and Cubot because.
Oh gosh.
They don't add anything, but they're but they're funny. So let's just throw them in there for comedic effect. I mean, the last Eggman. I don't know if you remember the last Eggman fight, but they had like Scratch and Grounder from the TV show.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say Scratch, but of course I didn't remember who the other one was. It was Grounder. That's right. Yeah. Bring those. Yeah, bring them back. Where's my sign here? I wish I had a protest sign for that. Say, bring them back or something like that.
Bring back Scratch and Grounder, God damn it.
Bring them back, bring them back.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll go super into it, but basically, normal episodes have like a sort of rule against using equipment that isn't considered standard for them. Like if it's more often than not, they'll like exclude stuff that they've used like once and then never again. But for this fight, that like unwritten rule is thrown to the wayside. Because it's like, especially for like Eggman, because like a lot of his shit is one-time use. Like he uses them one time and then Sonic destroys them. So it's like, well, what do you include at that point? So I guess the answer is basically just screw it, give him everything.
Give him the kitchen sink.
Yeah, and then obviously to make it fair, you do the same for Bowser. So, so there's a lot at play here. A lot at play here. I don't know if you noticed the time frame on this episode, but
yeah, how long is it? Okay, 27 minutes.
Yeah, that's. I timed it. I timed it, and then one of the researchers timed it. This is the 4th longest episode of the show, so get ready.
Oh boy.
Well, with that being said, are you ready to get into this?
I would say so.
Actually, did you ever say who you want to win?
No. How about I contrast you and say Bowser?
All right.
Just for the sake of it.
All right. I see how it is. Okay.
Yes.
Well, anyways, I think we've both been waiting for this fight for way too long, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap and Prize Picks.
You can hear it, right?
Yes, I can hear it.
Okay, cool. Probably should have tested that before starting recording, but oh well.
Well, actually, I did hear it earlier when we were setting up.
Oh, true.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a comment on that.
They're not alone. Yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, you don't say.
Who would win a death battle?
All right, let's see what we got.
The Mushroom Kingdom, a peaceful land of kindness, adventure, love.
Ah, boring! Move aside, princess. It's time this place got way more up. Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as
Bowser.
The moment this orphan star child was found by Kamek, it was clear Bowser would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom world, the Koopa clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad, and they treat these critters like monsters, fated to a life of infinite jump farming for one-ups.
Bowser wanted a different world, but Princess Peach Toadstool would never allow the evil king.
Favorite food: cake, drumsticks, and steak. True.
Bowser became infatuated with her.
So he
Also,
turned
Peach
all
is a
the
douche.
Toads into bricks and kidnapped her, putting their princess in another castle, and another, like 40 years of castles, only to be released if she agrees to marry him and his dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and time again by those pesky Mario brothers. However, Bowser is nothing if not persistent.
Look at him! Dude's built like a brick house strapped to a saw trap. That spiked shell takes
Yeah,
a
he's,
lot of punishment.
he
Not even
pretty
the weight of
big
a
and
castle
pretty
can
tough.
scratch it, especially when
Yeah.
he rolls up like a prehistoric Beyblade.
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe fire and control lava, he commands nature itself.
Spitting meteors from outer space, beckoning the earth with a snap, inhaling torrents of wind, straight up calling down lightning. What else has he got?
Oh, just a little dabbling in.
Oh, there's
dark
Dreamy
magic.
Bowser in the
Hell
enhanced
Wizard
forms.
Turtle.
The original
That's gonna be
Bowser's
important.
manual even describes him as a sorcerer king. Magic is how he turned the toads into bricks, only countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton, and worst of all, ruining every game of Mario Party. Hey, no, I stole those
Yeah,
coins
assuming you
fair
don't
and
ruin it
square.
yourself.
Bowser spent decades hoarding
I already
treasure,
did, actually, one
coins,
time.
magic star
I gotta tell you
rockets,
that story.
crown cards,
Yeah, I did
and
too.
games.
I have a
Same
story from
guy that
RTX.
created multiple flying castles fashioned
I have a
after
story
his
from a
own
social.
face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on him. He's talked about having a 4-digit IQ, but I've seen this moron put death traps
Yeah,
in his own
I don't see
backyard.
it.
A man after my own heart.
Despite his clumsiness, Bowser's charisma and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his
Yeah,
army
that's
doesn't
something
make it
interesting,
easy
is that
on the red
all of
line.
Bowser's army is actually technically super loyal to him, whereas Eggman's are kind of like programmed to be loyal to him.
An army spanning
Right.
multiple territories across
like, Bowser's
the
army
world
actually,
and
like,
beyond.
likes working for him.
The troopers, and the others make up the
Right.
infantry. Some with
And the
wheels,
others, aw.
some in shoes, and some even in race cars. They're the red shirts, first in and first out.
Piranha
Rip.
Bytes, bloopers, and
Holy
lefties
shit.
use their surroundings to get the jump on
That's,
unsuspecting prey, by land, sea, or sky.
We'd be here forever jotting down the small fries. Booze, Shy Guys, sentient
Wait,
bombs,
was I
graffiti,
looking
and more.
fake?
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit that covers their own vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield
Oh,
control,
yeah, King
illusions,
Boo.
and destabilizing dimensions, while Kamek focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead. Not again.
Speaking of items, most of the minions can use pretty much any power-up Mario can. The Goombas make frequent use of Tanuki tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat roleplay. But as the Koopa Troop grew
cat
and grew,
roleplay.
it started to
Now.
feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the Koopalings?
They're adopted.
What's the difference?
Well, except for Junior,
Bowser took them
apparently.
in and even trained them in dark magic.
So no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby, Bowser Jr., captain of the Koopa Troop.
Spoiled is an understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized
I do.
Volcano Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some on the fridge. But really, the king is very protective of his kids. If the fam's in trouble, he can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bullies target smack.
Maybe a little overkill. Just one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking it down the right path in
Okay.
the scale of their universe, Bowser's punch
Okay, that one's the
was hit
first.
with a
I've
force
played-
of
I haven't
over
played the remake, so-
125
Yeah.
trillion tons of TNT. Considering how
'Cause-
Yoshi punted poor Raphael
Yeah.
the Raven so hard he exploded
Oh, I
into a
remember
constellation
this.
of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
So don't bully his kid, especially if he
Oh.
falls into some
Yeah,
of
who
Bowser Jr.'s set of
was
black
Bowser
paint.
one? Or
That
Bowser
stuff's
Jr. one?
scary.
Enough
don't
to
know.
unleash
Oh, there's
Bowser's
Fury
dark
Bowser.
fury, a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all in one big turtle.
We're not even to the best part. Bowser's dark magic became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all of Yoshi's Island into a storybook. And remember those painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh God, does anyone know how to BLJ?
He also stole ultra powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which can mold reality like Play-Doh, and the Dream Stone, which can be used to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic thefts are those big shiny power stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Infant power stars, aka Lumas, can become whole galaxies. They also ferried Mario across the universe in 3 seconds. That's 489 quadrillion times light speed.
Obviously, the Big Daddy.
Remember when Mario was just about jumping on Goombas?
Bowser used one to power his space kingdom, but then guess who showed up?
My, how
to
times
ruin
have changed.
everything? It's a him.
And when the Grand Star was freed, it caused a chain reaction that destroyed the entire universe via a massive black hole.
Thanks, Space God, that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed saving. He's been swallowed by another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP fire turtle had to fight himself. Oh, wait, he did. And he beat the hell out of him.
With all this power, it's a wonder he still hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and miscreants like him, ride or dies that can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes, but also when they actually worked together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So
he's a baddie
yeah.
through and through who will teleport through space and time to show you what's what. Because
that was
he's
ridiculous.
No ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king.
Yep.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears. Imagine a world of endless possibility where people
I've
are
come to
free
make an
as wind.
announcement.
Isn't it disgusting? Now imagine a better world, one with proper guidance and the technology to bring about global peace.
But whiz, only a brilliant mind can make that.
No loading.
Not just any brilliant
God damn it,
mind.
DJ.
He's a genius at heart who knows the dangers within. He's Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman.
As a mad scientist myself, his story is my inspiration, just as Eggman's was his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, who sought to create world peace through technology. But then his beloved granddaughter, Maria, was killed by the Guardian Unit of Nations, better known as...
Gun. They're frickin' called G-U-N. Anyway, Lil Eggy grew up.
The fact that
with
no one has
no
called that
issues
out
because
except for in the
all his
movies.
family talked about was
Oh, really?
Maria this,
Yeah, no one called that
Maria
out. I just realized that, right.
Ooh.
Neglect and envy tainted Ivo's goals of following Gerald's footsteps. He distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy. Instead of bettering the world, he went
Snooping
home
as usual.
to get the attention he deserved.
No, you mean
Snooping
crave.
as usual.
Desperately crave.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
He aimed to establish Eggmanland, a capital of science. And this paradise
Hates
full of
that
work
hedgehog.
was fine, if not for that
Also cold
blasted
soup.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years, Eggman's
Well,
plan
Agent
literally
Stone
blew
is
up in
here.
his face, and he's a very sore loser.
But just like any
Wait,
good
Agent Stone,
experiment,
wasn't he
the doctor
gone?
did more testing. seeking
That was
better
the movies. That was
Oh,
that was his
okay,
movie
I'm imagining.
sidekick.
A laser gun, a
Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Now I remember.
A flying armada, typical evil scientist stuff.
Then there's the big ones. He invented a spatial displacement trap, which, while online, scatters a target's atoms across space.
Oh, yeah, the
and then
IDW
there's the
comics.
metal
Those are so
virus,
good.
Which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's so deadly,
Oh.
it created a plague that nearly wiped out all life on Earth.
Shame Eggman never made
Oh,
himself immune
shit.
to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when
Yeah,
he's not
well.
duping you with decoys, he's riding in style with the Eggmobile.
All his infinite wisdom. He never made himself immune to it, nor did he ever make a cure for it.
I mean, it's kind of lame looking, but he can plug it into big batteries.
300
like
IQ,
the
still
Egg
kind of a
Walker
goober.
or the Death Egg Robot, whose
Yep.
giant laser once obliterated 77,000
That's what we love about him.
cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe
Sheesh.
this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of combat situations. Some look like knights, others use extraterrestrial sources like the Wisps, and then there's the orbital bases, like the Death Egg.
The reference is obvious, but Darth
Yeah.
Vader's version is like a toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! A whole constellation gone in one shot.
That's not to say Eggman doesn't enjoy scrapping with blue hedgehogs himself. Enter the Egg Dragoon.
Hell
Oh yeah, I love this
prowess
thing.
of the battle mix.
Oh,
It's
yep,
got
the
a
Egg Dragoon.
Drills, It's got ice missiles. It's got a whole lot of bullets. My God, Whiz.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing some good shit in this.
Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem. Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no nothing.
Come on, he has friends.
Well, you say he
he's
misses his
a
wife to
feminist.
Tails.
Oh, okay, maybe not. But what about Infinite?
Wait a minute.
Sure, they might have joined forces over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of. Who needs friends when you can build friends?
Obviously,
True.
Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just built his own army instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterkillers, egg robos, and don't forget those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit, the hard-boiled heavies. Really leaning into the egg thing, huh?
The army has a wide variety.
Hey, he
of
embraced
troops,
it.
Even your classic
Yeah, he was just like, you know what, I'll roll with it.
They're Eggman's assistants and immense disappointments. Every genius has
Oh.
friends.
Hey, at least they're
I
not
was talking the whole
scratching
time.
Grounder.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, they did bring him in.
Notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite robo-faker, Metal,
Metal
Sonic.
Sonic.
Metal Sonic has the most
Yes.
horsepower in the Eggman Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic and then some. He's had his rebellious phases, but Eggman's reprogrammed Metal to better follow his commands. Additionally, when
There you
upgraded
go.
to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique, Chaos Control.
He could even copy Silver's psychokinesis, and with enough chaos energy, he powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything would change with the appearance of the Phantom
Oh,
Ruby.
boy.
One of many trump
The
cards
Phantom
at his
Ruby.
disposal, the Phantom
Oh,
Ruby
yep,
alters
yep.
reality by manipulating perception.
Basically, super OP illusions, but in Infinite's hands, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas, changing gravity, or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used on the planet's consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted Eggman the
Oh.
Light Man form. Yep, apparently Super Eggman is canon, though it is pretty
Huh.
complicated to manifest.
But the Phantom Ruby isn't the
Interesting.
only souped-up gem Eggman has. He's used the Jeweled Scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard.
Ah,
On
yes.
one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Eggman built and built and built, and eventually he built something that started to build on him. Sage was originally designed as a mere assistant, but through an alien encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your dune bug.
I know exactly where it is. It's at the police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace.
Okay.
He had previously found machines with personality lacking, but Sage's great adequacy in serving her function provided Eggman with something that, for the first time, he'd hate to lose. In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like any good dad, he gave her the keys to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, now she controls the entire army.
And this frankly unheard of trust from Eggman became crucial in defeating the End, a primordial entity so mighty even Supersonic struggled against it.
Their battle can only be described as peak fiction, because charged
True.
by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
The power of one emerald can shift continents. All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some pretty terrifying bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which ripped apart space-time like tissue paper.
In short, Chaos Emeralds give thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen. Like when 3 supers battled Solaris, who tried to destroy time itself. Solaris extended its chaos across multiple timelines in about 20 seconds, or 73 quadrillion times light speed.
It's funny though, while Eggman's smarts have sort of defeated Sonic here and there, he's pretty effective when he teams up with the Blue Blur to save the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Nah. I
was gonna say something, but never mind.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Okay, there we go.
All right, the combatants are set.
Wow,
Run the
that
data
time.
through all possibilities.
Yeah.
Time for a death battle!
And pause.
What the-
All right.
Oh.
So let's run through this real quick. There's a lot, like I said earlier, there's a lot at play here.
Right.
One thing I did notice, and maybe I'm misremembering, but they had speed calcs for both, and it looked like Mario's was better. I think the one they had for I don't remember the feat. It was like them traveling with the Lumas or some shit.
Shut up, Bowser's better. You don't understand. I just want to say that.
Anyways, that got to like 400 something quadrillion, and then Sonic's with the Solaris got like 70, which is like interesting to me. But it's kind of making me think that maybe Bowser's gonna win this. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to think. They didn't mention the Paper Mario was out of the question entirely.
Mention the what?
So in Paper Mario, there's these gems called the Pure Hearts.
Oh yeah, Super Paper Mario. That's right.
Yes,
yeah,
Super Paper Mario. I'm surprised that wasn't.
That one.
Yeah, they didn't mention that at all. I mean, I saw in one of the sidebars thing they mentioned that Bowser defeated Dimentio. So that's still like something for Paper Mario, but it's interesting to me that the Pure Hearts were nowhere to be seen. Because throughout the debate there was a lot of question over like where do Bowser's peaks stack up compared to Eggman's, and Bowser's peaks are with the Pure Hearts. It's like he can use them to amplify himself, as well as like two other lucky teammates of his like that he can choose. Because like in the game, the people that are amplified by the Pure Hearts are Bowser, Mario, and Peach. But like if Bowser gets them, but for himself, then like he can use them and amplify like two other people on his team. That whatever. Maybe like again, Kamek and Junior got spotlight during the promotion for this fight, so maybe them. But and then like compare that to Eggman. Eggman's got like a million shit that can stack up to like Supersonic. They mentioned the Time Eater, the Egg. Yeah, they mentioned the Egg Wizard. Egg Dragoon can't match up to Supersonic.
I thought we were talking regular Sonic. I got lost. My bad.
No, I'm talking about Supersonic. So yeah, they mentioned the Time Eater. There was the Egg Wizard, Metal Sonic. At least when he goes super. Did they mention Metal Overlord from Heroes?
No, they did not. They mentioned Metal Sonic could copy other abilities, but they didn't mention specifically about going into Metal Overlord and Metal Madness. So they said nothing about that. Not that I recall, unless someone wants to correct me.
I mean, I guess they did say that Neo Metal can access a super form, so at least there's that.
Okay.
And maybe there was a like one of those black boxes. Maybe there was something about that we missed. Because those kind of show up and then go away. I know, like, I always encourage everybody to read those, but I understand that they are easy to miss upon first viewing.
Right.
But that's why you watch them again and then look out for them. Smile.
And then again, and then again, and then again.
Yeah. Anyways. This fight's gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
So the way I always viewed it was that I shouldn't say always, but how I viewed it after doing some research on it myself and talking about it on the podcast was I feel like stuff like Eggman has more shit that is like in his like okay, I think that both of their like peaks are about on par with each other, like as far as like strength and speed go. Like I don't think this is a fight that will be won by like one side being significantly stronger or faster than the other. At least that's what I thought. And then there's, we had 400 quadrillion times faster than light for Mario, and then 70 quadrillion for Sonic. But okay. I don't know. Maybe again, there's probably something we missed there. But so there's that. There was I think like the time meter is going to be a big thing. They kind of mentioned time meter as like a thing that Supersonic can defeat, but like that's also something that could really help Eggman in a fight like this.
Right.
Metal Sonic, Sage. I went with Eggman when we were debating this.
Right.
But man, I don't know. I want Eggman to win this so bad. I like Bowser more, but okay. So here's what I usually do when I'm like left torn. Is
you flip a coin?
No, I don't flip a coin. That's probably not a bad idea, though. I don't have a coin up here, I don't think.
I mean, I could make Suri flip one if you want.
But I could probably make Siri flip one too.
Well, yeah, you're right. We both.
What I usually do is whenever I watch the analysis and I'm like, man, I don't know anymore, I typically go for the character I didn't go for walking into the episode. So like I went with Eggman going into it. So now I'm kind of like leaning for Bowser. What do you think? Did anything in particular stick out to you?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think we kind of mostly went over that. Like the big stick out stuff, or maybe maybe I'm out of it right there. Excuse me. I don't know really what to say about that. We kind of got our stuff out of the way. Would you say, or no?
Maybe. I guess there's also Super Eggman too, like Lightman.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. I forget that's a thing. Like.
Yeah, that's
that's more associated with Sonic, Shadow, or Tail. So whatever. Not Eggman. I was like, that's a surprise to me that that's an actual thing that Eggman would do.
Even surprising. Do you want to know where that's from?
IDW Comics?
No, it's not from the IDW Comics. It's from...
no, Archie, I mean, sorry.
No, it's not Archie. They're not including Archie for this.
I thought they were.
No, it's from... it's from, like... It's officially labeled under, like, the Sonic Channel kind of, like, brand. But it comes from... It's called the It's called Otherworld Comedy. It's literally a calendar. Like, I'm not even making that up. It's a calendar, like a physical calendar. And that image
that I can hang on my wall.
Yeah, and that image you saw is of like Super Eggman fighting Super Sonic. That's in like the December calendar. I'm curious, like how much. I'm curious how much they. So something they didn't mention, and maybe they had it in a black box again that we missed. Lightman can do a lot more than just be a super form smile. It's powered by the Phantom Ruby, so that's reality warping right out the gate.
Right.
I've heard that it can summon and duplicate some previous threats in the franchise. It can summon like Perfect Chaos. It can summon Dark Gaia. It can summon the Nega Mother Wisp from Colors.
And
Black
Doom too.
I don't. It never did summon Black Doom, but I guess there's nothing saying that it can't.
Right. I mean, you said it could summon enemies. Didn't you?
Yeah, but it's specifically summoned Perfect Chaos, Dark Gaia, and the Mother Wisp. Those are examples.
That it has done. Not
that it has done.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Now, obviously, again, like I said, there's nothing saying that maybe it can't summon those, but that's kind of goes into like lack of evidence makes it kind of funky. So,
right.
I don't know. I've been dragging this one too long. I think I'm gonna like do what I usually do when I'm indecisive. I'm gonna go with Bowser, and I'm just gonna hope that I'm wrong.
Sure. All right. I'm sticking with Bowser.
You're gonna stick with Bowser? All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, we still have over 10 minutes of this episode, so
Actually, less than 10 technically, I guess, but yeah.
well, whatever. Semantics. Anyways,
Semantics.
are you ready for the army battle of your life?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's a good answer. Because the actual answer is no, but we're gonna get into it anyway. All right, let's do it. Okay. Oh, hey, Orbot and Qbot. Hi.
I've come to make an announcement. This territory is now the base for my upcoming Eggmanland 2. What a joke! I am Dr. Eggman, your new genius overlord. Get a load of this!
Get a load of this. Oh, drop kick. Let's go. This fight's gonna be nuts.
Yes.
Shut up, nerd!
Oof. Well, rip Egg Dragoon.
Yep, there goes that.
Oh, it's a copy!
Oh,
Poison invasion force? Let's see Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot. Infinite!
This power is without peer.
Oh, hi, Infinite.
Ultimate
oh, hi.
No, King Boo's coming in to ruin his day. Oh, he's... Oh.
Oh, yep, that's us dead. Hi.
Oh.
Bringing the
Ah,
shots.
Silly Trio! Oh, hey, Metal. Let's see what you got. Broggy!
Oh, Brogy, yes.
I didn't think they'd
I didn't know
include him
they were
here!
I didn't know they were going to bring him in, but okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, Neo Metal. That was a... Okay. I feel like that should have been a prototype, right?
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Oh, hey, Sage.
Work is always better. Ready to wrap this up, Sage?
As you planned.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Oh, shit. Fury's coming in.
Showtime.
Oh, boy. Oh, shit. This is sick.
Yeah, this is quite sick.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
I was wondering where you were. Now you might be.
How dare you keep your
Did Junior?
Possibly.
I think Metal's about to. Yep, Metal's out.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And so is about everybody else, probably.
thing? Max power!
Oh boy. Death Egg.
Oh, they are bringing that in.
Ooh. No, I don't think so. Not yet. I'm not. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was wondering they're gonna bring him in.
Sage, fire it again!
Oh shit. We gotta get Lightman soon, right?
Eggman?
It's Super Eggman. Oh no, I think that's. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, damn it.
Yep.
This war was not an easy one to win, which might seem
Oh,
surprising.
Sage survived,
because
though.
The Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its
Yeah,
cast
I was
is, while
surprised.
Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down. Strap in.
Damn it.
This one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5 categories.
First up is physical stats. Bowser
Okay.
pretty handedly outmatched any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg Robot.
The Death Egg Robot could level cities. Bowser could punch a castle out of orbit.
The Death Egg could destroy stars, but Yoshi could match that level of power. And
Yeah.
Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black holes, Bowser's was much larger.
He
Oh.
may win stats, but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions, that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time. However, Bowser had a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Yeah, Eggman can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural. He's got all his best powers built in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders like the Metal Virus and Spatial Displacement Trap. Context matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation magic. Conversely,
Oh, wow, they
most of Eggman's
they
robots
animated
could
an
get
alternate
turned
scenario.
Into, say, a frog or
Oh,
a block with
that's
no reliable
interesting.
way back. Bowser takes the edge in powers.
But
yeah.
definitely not for intelligence. Come on.
No, yeah.
4-digit
Yeah,
IQ.
no.
No, this is Eggman's to win.
That's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot, usually. Just really, really clumsy. Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering genius who rarely ever gets bested by brains.
Easy dub.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so powerful they could decide the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perceptions. Unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower, which mucks up reality for real. The Ruby affected
Oh,
a whole
well, there was
planet,
Lightman.
but the Wonder Flower
Oh,
They,
yeah,
they did animate him, but only for like 2 seconds.
Also, the Dreamstone's ability to wish anything out of existence would have no problem cleaning up
Oh,
Super
shit.
Neo Metal Sonic or Time Eater.
Their most
Oh, they were
prized
gonna bring the
possession
Time Eater
was
in,
a
oh.
tough recall. Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars.
Man, they're real.
Arguably
Like,
not as
even if
much
they
as
didn't show up in the
Emerald
fight,
scaling
they
of
still gave
stars,
them
the
some
Power Stars
spotlights.
and
That's
Grand
cool.
Stars are far more plentiful.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is getting fairly abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day instantly. So the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Fair enough.
Means it's finally time to compare their armies. Eggman seems deadlier at first glance. I mean, look at all those buzzsaws and rockets. Metal Sonic's speed and power alone could solo most of the Koopa Troop. But the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades. Teamwork and loyalty.
Eggman
Okay.
is a notoriously terrible
Oh,
team
yeah, just
player.
like you
His
brought up.
alliances are practically guaranteed to fall apart.
Hell, in Sonic Generations,
Well.
he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army
Yep.
is designed to be controlled
Fair.
by just him. To Eggman, it's harder to command those with free will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points.
Giving them plenty of advantages as this war progressed, like battlefield control through King Boo's magic and Bowser Jr.'s paint. And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Also, secret
Fair.
weapon? Kamek is kind of busted. Canceling Metal Sonic's
Oh, really?
power copying, stealing the Phantom
Oh.
Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emeralds were huge game changers.
Oh.
That Bowser and his army
Oh.
could use any
Oh, so that's how he
Mario
got in the
item,
first place,
and they
yep,
had
yep,
millions,
okay.
no, billions of combinations that the Eggman Empire just could not actively plan against. Even with Sage's millions of plans to take down the Titans, she thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their
Yeah,
conquest
but, I mean,
makes
Sonic's
it
built
clear.
different.
The Eggman Empire took over
Right.
the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no pushover. His wit, power output, and ridiculous machines gave Bowser the biggest fight of his life. But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities, and united forces ultimately prevailed.
Eggman tried to
Fair
poach
enough.
the king, and now he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Whatever.
Next time.
All right. They've been hyping this one up. Let's see what it is. No shot!
Wait, what?
They're actually doing it!
They're
Subscribe
doing
and
that.
Among Us
remember
versus
to
Fall
see more
Guys.
Death Battle. Thanks for
Oh
watching.
gosh.
Okay. See, I had we've been guessing. Okay, they've been giving like a lot of hints to what the next fight could be, and I kind of had a feeling after some of them that
Hello?
yeah, I stopped streaming. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, where's the pause? Anyway.
Yeah, I had a feeling after all of the hints that like maybe that could be it, but there was something in my heart that was like, nah, it can't be, right? But no, there it is. Okay, that's gonna be sick. I'm super excited for that. Hold on, I need to see it because the other next time trailers had yeah, okay, hold on, you need to see this. The other next time trailers had like little clips, little like snippets of the animation, and yeah, there it is.
Wait, question. I just realized something. We're done recording now, right?
No.
Oh. Oh, okay. You said stop streaming. Never mind, I got mixed up. Anyway.
Did you stop
You're
recording?
good. Never mind. No, I did not.
Okay, cool.
I was asking because I was gonna stop. I was like,
Okay.
wait, are we done now?
Dude.
I got mixed up for a second. My bad.
That was no, we need to get our thoughts out of the way.
Oh,
But,
sure, right. I forgot.
But no, okay. That fight, that's gonna be sick.
What, this one?
Yeah, that's Among Us versus Fall Guys. That's gonna be really cool. I'm curious, like with this little frame here. I'm very curious how this is gonna be handled. Because there's a lot of people here. I just realized. I shouldn't say that. I always kind of figured it would be like one Among Us player versus one Fall Guys player, but I guess I was wrong.
Oh, so a bigger brawl. All right.
Well, it still might be, but I imagine like
Bigger than 1v1. That's
maybe.
what
Maybe I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. I have like over 200 hours put into Among Us, so yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm really excited for that. All right, and then now for this fight, for Bowser vs. Eggman, that was sick.
Yes.
That was
Yes,
That-
yes, yes.
that was really freaking cool. So the animation for this was primarily handled by Moro. Here I can check the description. Yeah, lead animator channel, Moro production. Yep. I don't know if you've heard of Moro, but it's a very prominent 2D animator. Has animated for Death Battle before. He was on like Gojo vs. Makima, Stitch vs. Rocket. Yeah, he has his own channel. He has a series called Indie Cross, which, if I remember correctly, is basically just like battles between like indie characters. Like one that came out like last year, I think, was Cuphead versus Shovel Knight. He did that, and so, man, I said this before, but if you had told me like, even like last year that we would be getting not just another army fight, but it's entirely hand-drawn by one guy, and it's still about as long as a typical death battle, and everything else about the episode is long, makes it one of the longest episodes of the show, I would have called you insane. Cause like there's no way. But after this episode, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and say that nothing is impossible for these guys. Yeah, so that was cool. I'll take the L. All right, I'll take the L on the winner. All right, This was a fight that no matter who, no matter who won, I was gonna lose because I would have been sad regardless.
Right.
Like this is I like both of them a lot, and I'm a huge fan of both franchises. So like, it would have sucked for me like no matter who lost, but the guy I was rooting for. I mean, this is a first for this new era of Death Battle. So you know, what's one L gonna do for me? I mean, I took like 6 of them last year, so or however many I lost track. I did not have a great when it comes to the characters I wanted to win. I did not have a great win-loss record last year. I'll say that. Yeah, but I mean, either way, you know, make up the loss with a really sick fight. I am disappointed that stuff like, you know, the Time Eater or Lightman didn't get like proper spotlight in the fight itself, but they at least got like alternate scenario animations, so that's good enough for me, I guess. Honestly, it was super cool that they did that at all, because that's something they never do. Like this is a fight this is an episode they really pulled out all the stops for. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like I thought they were crazy after being like, hey, we're doing a solo animated hand-drawn army fight, smile. But then we're adding in like alternate scenarios that help add to their reasoning, and I'm like, oh, okay, they did not need to do that. But here they are. What did you think? I've been doing a lot of talking. What did you think of this episode?
Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I think my thoughts are kind of on the same with you, honestly, on this one. This fight was sick, and the fact that this is all drawn by one dude, like you said, just awesome. I'm mind blown. Like normally, they've had teams of animators, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you know that's kind of mind blowing. Just and for the same length of a death battle, it's not shortened or abridged or anything like that. Nope.
Yeah, because usually
standard length.
Like they've done hand-drawn stuff before, but like you said, they've had teams of it. But they've also been like relatively shorter, just given the nature of the animation style. Like it's just harder to do, so they shorten it a bit. They obviously couldn't get away with doing that for a fight like this because every factor matters.
Right.
Every little tidbit matters. But I mean, even for stuff that didn't show up, like the Time Eater or Lightman, like the fact that we got Infinite and he did like cool shit as opposed to how he was in Forces, like there was always the joke of like, man, I wonder if they'll include Infinite and have him do actual cool shit because God, his game didn't do it. And well,
you got it.
I got it. And then I guess Junior didn't die, did he? Because I thought Junior died like right before the like final beam thing.
Yep.
That's why Bowser was kind of like freaking out. But no, he shows up after Bowser goes dry Bowser.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So all right, yeah, I guess he didn't die. So hey, people walked into this fight. I remember one comment in particular being like, "I'm gonna be sad when Bowser or Eggman dies, but I'm gonna be even more sad when either Junior or Sage dies." And hey, look, neither of them died.
Yep.
I don't know why Sage was hanging around with the Koopa Troop because that's her father that they just murdered. But all right, whatever.
I'm guessing she was like, "Fuck it, I give up."
Yeah, I guess.
That's my guess.
I don't know.
Guess.
Yeah. I guess I'm a little like nitpicking territory. I'm a little like miffed that like Junior or Sage didn't have like lines of dialogue or voice acting. Well, okay, Sage had lines of dialogue, but it was like voice samples from Frontiers, not like they didn't get a voice actor for her. like they did for Bowser and Eggman. But at that point, I'm like, all right, well now I'm like, this is like adding a bunch of more expenses to an already like crazy episode. All right, like it's nitpicking territory at worst. Like I just figured like if anyone in this episode was going to have a voice actor that wasn't just Bowser or Eggman, it was probably going to be Sage, and she didn't. Well, actually, I guess to shout them out real quick. Yeah, Bowser was voiced by Zach Watkins, who's actually a sprite animator for the team. So that's crazy. When I heard that was a thing, I was like, they got an animator to be a voice actor? All right, I mean, I guess that's not impossible. You know, that's happened before, but like...
Right.
Anyways, and then Arthur Romeo as Eggman. I think the Eggman guy was pretty good.
Yeah.
The Bowser voice was fantastic. That was exactly what I was hoping for this fight. Because a lot of people were wanting... after the Mario movie came out... You've seen the Mario movie, right?
Yep. Actually saw that on Company Excursion.
Okay. So after that came out, I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh, well, they did Poe a couple years ago, so why not get the guy who voiced him? Because haha, Jack Black." But they didn't. So, and thank God for that. I don't mind Jack Black's voice for Bowser, but for a fight like this, I'd rather prioritize the games.
Right.
And then the music. It's called Game Over. Brandon is the king, of course.
Yes.
And then I was blown away when I saw the description, and it said that the lead vocals were from Victor Borba. Do you know who that is?
No clue.
Okay. Have you heard of the song Bury the Light from Devil May Cry 5? I'm sure you've probably seen like memes on it. I feel like.
You say memes, and I probably have, now that you say it.
Yeah, I'm sure if I played the song, you might at least be like, oh, okay, maybe I think I might have heard it. But I'm not going to do that because, yeah.
Copyright.
Well, no, I'm not going to do it anyway. Like, I don't think copyright's going to be that big of a deal, but I'm not going to do it either on or off camera. You can listen to it yourself. But anyways, Victor Borba's the lead singer on that, and that's one of my favorite songs ever. So when I saw that, I mean, Victor has been on Death Battle before. He was on Gogeta versus Vegito. So when I saw that he was coming back for this fight, I was like, they're getting him again? What is this episode? Like, after all the shit this episode's already given me, why, like, all of a sudden, here's Victor Borba, the singer for one of your favorite songs ever, Smile. Like, what? I can't wait to listen to that song when it comes out. It's not out yet, but at least I don't think. I don't know. I've been off Discord pretty much all day, so I've been trying to avoid spoilers like the plague. So,
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe the song did come out, and I just didn't see it. I mean, even if it's out right now, it won't be out for like us until like probably midnight because they have like a regional release thing going on. It's weird. It's complicated. But yeah. Well, this doesn't mean anything for you because I doubt you've seen the other episodes that have come out since Death Battle's come back. But that's definitely my favorite episode so far.
Yeah.
For this new era of Death Battle.
Wait, they've done more episodes since before this one?
Yeah, they did. I guess to catch you up to speed. I guess you haven't been super caught up on the news. So you're aware that Rooster Teeth shut down, right?
Yeah, I was told of that.
Okay. Well, obviously, Death Battle was owned by Rooster Teeth before that, so they had to work on like figuring out a way to make sure that the show keeps going and it doesn't just die. So they went independent. They opened a Kickstarter, and the initial goal was to finish 4 episodes. You've seen the last of which was announced just now. That's Among Us vs. Fall Guys. So those 4 episodes I guess we know all 4 of them now. Those episodes are Omni-Man versus Bardock, Joker versus Giorno, this fight Bowser versus Eggman, and then Among Us versus Fall Guys. And that goal was to finish these 4 episodes, but obviously they want to make more. So before this, we had Omni-Man versus Bardock and Joker versus Giorno. Those were the episodes that came up before this since the return. Since you asked, I'll tell you about the others once we're off camera because I've been recording for way too long. So
Same.
hell, I have a video on it that I can show you that'll simplify matters. So I would say that's a shameless plug, but chances are anybody who's watching this video has probably watched that one already, considering the views that one got. Holy shit. But okay. Well, I assume you don't have anything more to add.
Not really a whole lot. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm. Just want to make sure you get all your thoughts out of the way if you have them.
My thoughts are kind of the same as yours. This fight was awesome, and I'm genuinely shocked. About the new death battle stuff.
Yeah. I'll catch you up to speed on what the future has in store once we're done. So, but yeah, of this new era so far, I mean, there's only 3 episodes, but that's definitely my favorite so far. And the others were really good too. So, and then we got Among Us versus Fall Guys of all episodes. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, well, to all those of you watching, I think that's all we really have to say. So,
yeah, pretty much.
So with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next one. And I hope to see you guys with, I'll have a speed draw for this next episode coming up whenever. So the podcast will come out, talking about debating this. I'm probably gonna have to be researching one of these 2 again. Because I've been on every episode so far. I mean, I guess I said on Blue Sky, episode 4, please be nice to me, and I guess this is kind of nice to me, so sure, I'll take it. Compared to doing freaking Dr. Eggman, like, so thanks for that. I did this to myself. I have no one to blame but me. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Storm, thank you for coming along with me. This was
no problem.
This was fun. I'm glad.
No problem. Thanks.
Glad we could make the time to do this, even if I had to wait like 5 hours for after this episode came out to do it. But
sorry, laundry. But yeah, thanks for having me on. I gladly appreciate it.
Yeah. So that said, that's all we had to say. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you all, or I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.
До свидания.